You're not frozen.
What is going on with you? How are you doing today, man?
What's up, dude? Man, busy week. I've been pulling in some long hours of work lately.
Shit, man, they're
Too
always
much
busy
going
weeks,
on.
aren't they? Always busy weeks.
Always.
Busy weeks.
The work seems to pile up, and it never seems to get low. It's all right.
What do you mean it's all right?
It's all right. Actually, I don't mind that because it really, in my theory, is I've got so much to do. I stay busy all day. Dude, the time flies like that throughout the day. And I've been putting in close to 11-hour days.
11 hour days. Yeah, you were telling me right before we came on that you have been editing videos from your desk, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as a lot of you guys know, I've had issues over the past. I used to work third shift for a long time, and it really kind of screwed me up for a while. And since I've been off of it, I really have been struggling with sleep issues and stuff like that. Finally, recently, I've gotten that fixed, and I'm more awake now. I'm not really so tired now. There's every now and then I started noticing. Now at lunch, I used to sit and watch movies or TV shows while I ate my lunch, and it was an hour, so of course I wasn't eating for a full hour. So it'd be something that I'd start to doze off a little bit. But now I was like, I'm going to start this week I started taking my MacBook. I'm like, I'm going to take it to work and I'm going to start editing during my lunch hour. So that's what I've been doing. So it's been keeping me awake and keeping me focused.
How's that working for you? That's honestly something that I have thought about doing. I've just never actually done it. I mean, but I have honestly thought about doing it.
I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, I am in like a cubicle type area, so I don't try to play it loud or anything. But I sit in my office. I usually have my door shut, and I just kind of sit there, and it's kind of like just my little me time, and so I don't mind it. It's been working out. I'm pretty close to probably next day or so. I'll have the new resort tour finished and have that up before the end of the week, so that's a plus. And like I said, just able to have more time to do stuff like that. So. I love doing it, and it's going to be even better because this is my last week of school too.
Oh man,
of this semester, by the way.
You're about to have all kind of free time.
I decided not to take summer classes this year, so I'm going to try to find I've not finished my graphic design certificate, so I'm graphic design knowledgeable, whatever that means. And I think I have some electives, so I think I'm going to try to find some film editing classes. I think that might be kind of interesting.
Film editing classes. That would be interesting enough. That would be interesting enough. So have you picked up any new pops lately?
I have. I picked up one, and my wife actually. I was at work and she was out shopping last week. But let me show you the one I picked up first. I just happened to be wandering through Target a week ago, and I found this guy. Ooh.
So that's a cool one. That's really cool.
It's hard to see because of the light, but it's got the 50th gold and the name in gold down here. I like it. The only thing I see that's downside is this box is too big. It kind of reminds me of your Sword and Stone.
Right.
How, Captain Hook's really not much bigger than a normal pop.
Right.
And even the ride he's in is not much bigger than that. So to me, there's so much empty space in there.
Yeah, so they put him in the bigger box so they can make more money off of him. I mean, me and you both know that's what happened, right? They make more money for what they call deluxe pops versus regular pops, right?
And then y'all are gonna have to remind me what this is. But my wife was out and about. Of course, we're taking vacation, so she took the kids out to Five Below, and to try to find some stuff to start, storing stuff for the kids to do while we're on the road trip up to Georgia. And she texted me and was like, "Hey, do you have this guy? He's $5." I was like, "That's Mini Puff." No, I don't. And for $5, hell yeah. And I don't know. I can't remember what is that sticker for.
All right, so I have a hunt video for Five Below coming out Friday, so make sure you check that out if you're over in the chat. Make sure you remember that Friday. So I've got that video coming out. That is the SE sticker, so it's the special edition sticker. So when it's an exclusive to somewhere, instead of putting the because that's a Walmart exclusive. So instead of it getting the Walmart sticker, it got the SE sticker. But let me tell you the funny thing about that one. The funny thing about that mini puff is that it never showed up in Walmart. But
Really?
now they showed up in Five Below with the SC sticker. They also got a couple of Hot Topics. There's some, look, just check me on Friday.
Which is funny because, Five Below is one of those companies that's going to find, anything at a cheap price and try to sell it $5 and below. Yes. So, I mean, where was the disconnect on that if this was supposed to be a Walmart exclusive?
Yeah, so they got some hot,
Five Below.
I don't know. So they've gotten some Hot Top exclusives. They've gotten some that's the Walmart exclusive. They have some Box Lunch exclusives. Every one of them that they have at Five Below is an exclusive to somewhere. They just have that SE sticker on there. That is the one that I am missing. That is the only mini puff that I am missing at this moment. Well, maybe I'm missing him. You'll have to wait till Friday to find out.
It's supposed to look like a phone.
That is really cool. Now, I don't know if you've seen my Make-A-Wish video that recently came out. I want to say it was Monday or last week. I can't remember.
I might have missed that one. I usually keep up with yours, but I think I missed that.
I have now found what I am thinking is my favorite pop for 2022, and I think that it's going to take a lot.
Is it going to be my 10-inch Master Chief?
It's gonna.
Ooh, that might beat it.
The Make-A-Wish Winnie the Pooh. Check that guy out.
I love the gold on the honey.
This thing, look, it looks better in person. I mean, when you see it in person, it looks even better. Now, I know this is a recycled mold. I get it because there's a lot of people that are gonna say, "Oh, it's recycled." I know. There's a lot of people that are going to say, oh, it's been out a million times. I know this is at least its third time that it's been out. But there's something about that blue and gold. Yeah,
there's something about that blue.
It's just, man, that thing is epic. And that's one of them that I'm really happy is in my collection right there. I do have an Entertainment Earth mystery box over here that we'll get into, and I know it's not really a mystery box, but I'm going to continue.
Have you all heard the news that I did? So I did get, before we get to this, this is going to bankrupt a lot of people. This is going to make a lot of people owing a lot of money. I got a thing the other day saying that Funko is you can now use Afterpay on Funko.com.
What is Afterpay?
Afterpay is kind of like Klarna, if you ever heard of Klarna, or PayPal for Pay. Basically, it takes the cost of what you're paying and breaks it up into a particular set of payments, maybe 4 payments or something like that. And because it breaks it down into smaller amounts. So if I'm getting to guess if maybe you spend so much, let's say you spend $100, is going to then break that up into $25 increments, which is easier for you to pay.
Yeah, but with an interest. Wow, that's interesting.
The interest isn't actually as bad as you think.
I don't know. I'm almost into any interest.
My first instinct was I saw that. I'm like, dude, that's going to put a lot of people owing money to Funko now.
I mean, probably that's probably not going to be a good thing. Let's hit that chat real quick before we get much further. I see that we got a lot of really cool people over there, and one of them was in here right away. Dead Zone.
We had early on. We had Dead Zone Citizen in the house.
Appreciate you, brother.
All the great emojis. We got Wayne's wife in the house. We got
Happy Friday.
All the way from Canada. We've got
Pugs and Kisses. Johnny Funko.
We got Johnny Funko in the house. We got Zach Bonifer in the house. We've also got
Florida Nerd
Channel, and of course, that's all we got for right now. As more people will come in, we will post you guys up.
We'll get over there and hit it up. So there is actually a lot going on with Funko just in this week. I mean, if you're looking for it, it's out there right now. So for anybody that says that there's no Funko news or there's nothing exciting happening with Funko right now, they're living in a different multiverse that I'm unaware of, because this has been this is probably one of the hottest weeks that we've had in a month. That I could have went and we could easily do this show for 3 hours and still not run out of Funko news. I mean, there's that much of it out there at this moment. But there's one of them that I know is going to be right at the top of your list, and I just have to ask you what you think about this guy. I mean, this is one of them that I just have to know. And you know what's funny is because I know that you've kind of been a little out of the loop with the pops. I like to get your reaction when you see these to figure out, like,
yeah, because actually nowadays I don't even see them all right away.
That's what I'm saying. I know you've been just a little out of the loop when it comes to them, so it always makes it a little bit more fun for me to be like, hey, check this out, because I know that you probably haven't seen it yet. So hey, check this out.
Oh, that's the next one of the Milano set.
Yes.
Drax.
So this is, you know, the Guardian ship. This one is, to me, I think the strongest one out of the group.
No, there's something that's bothering me though.
What is
the
it?
Eyes are bothering me.
Why?
Why didn't you just make the eyes black?
I don't know. I thought that you would know this.
I mean, Drax is, I mean, of course, and there's more pattern all over Drax than just around his eyes. Actually, this one kind of bothers me because they seem to have gotten lazy with this one.
Funko Ninja Turtles.
I'm disappointed, to be honest with you. Drax is supposed to have that pattern kind of all over his body because of the species he is, and stuff like that. And it would have looked better because now with the way they have the black on it, it looks like he's sleeping, which he might be because a lot of times he was sleeping inside that chair. So that may be what they're going for, but I think they got kind of lazy with the red.
All right, so when I seen this one, I thought this was a pretty cool addition, but I also knew that you would be able to pick it apart and tell me exactly what was wrong with it. So this is number 3. These are all Walmart exclusive. So we have, that's number 3. This was number 1. The Star-Lord.
Of course, Star-Lord. Yep.
Right, it's number 1, and then
Mantis.
There, yeah, I couldn't find her name. She was number 2, and then I'm gonna show everybody how they link together real quick, just in case we forgot how these guys link together.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because Star-Lord's always in the middle because the driving, which means Rocket or Gamora is going to be right next to him.
So are we going to get Groot too?
Groot's going to be all the way in the front.
What? that's going to be pretty awesome.
I'm going to guess they were making him look like he was sleeping. He's in the front. There has been images of him in the Milano in that seat sleeping. So I'm going to guess that's the look in which they're doing with that. So I mean that's where I'm guessing they're going. But I think he is. I mean, I'm sorry, I got to bring up an image of Drax because to me, I mean, maybe I'm missing something. But it just, to me, it seems like they kind of.
So look, I'm glad you picked that one out because I didn't catch that. I just thought they did a pretty good job with him. I knew who he was, not exactly like, you know, I haven't seen this one a whole lot. I think I've only like briefly watched this movie, kind of probably in and out of a sleep. You know what I'm talking about? When you're up at midnight and you probably shouldn't have started a movie to begin with. That's kind of how this movie went down for me. I probably shouldn't have started it to begin with, but I did anyway. So I got to catch like the beginning, a piece of the middle, and the end. That's really about it. But it's a pretty cool movie. This is a set that I'm not going to collect, though. Simon, it is good to see you.
I still need to really start collecting this set because I really do like it a lot. You know, it's just, I guess, you know, and looking back at these pictures, I guess I will give it to them. Maybe they did get it right. Maybe I thought there was more around him than there was, and I will post that up in 2 minutes.
Hey, so while you're getting that pulled up, I am going to pull this back out of the screen, and I'm going to start getting my Entertainment Earth mystery box unpackaged here. You know, I call them mystery boxes, but we all know they're not mystery boxes. I'm sure they sent me an email at some point that told me exactly what was inside of this thing. The problem is they break them up and send them in so many different pieces that you never remember. I am just about 90% sure that this is going to be some kind of a soda, which seems crazy because I don't collect sodas nearly as much as it looks like I do when we do these lives. But it seems like that's the only thing I've been getting in these Entertainment Earth mystery boxes. But in my argument, some of these have been pre-ordered now for like 6 months. Mm-hmm. So I mean, once they start, I knew that's what it was. I could nope. It is not. It is not. I don't want to look at that. Don't want to look at the shipping. Hey, you know what Entertainment Earth does too. They package these things right. I mean, they get them to you right. So this is going to be Obi-Wan, right?
Oh, Luke Skywalker.
Is it Luke? Yeah, that is going to be the Entertainment Earth exclusive Luke Skywalker. He's number 501 out of the group. This one is really badass. I forgot that this one was pre-ordered, to be totally honest. And that's what I mean. Some of their pre-orders take a while to get to you, but they're really cool. And this one is really cool. It's the same standard Star Wars box. I'm hoping at some point they change these boxes and go back to a black box or something that's pretty cool versus this just plain box. I know that it's what Star Wars wants, but I think us fans would like a little bit better box than what we've been getting. Maybe even like a Mandalorian style box would be better than this at this point.
That's true. That's true. But I mean, I don't know. Now that still has a base, correct?
This does have a base. You know, all of your Star Wars stuff has a base, unless they're older and they still have a base, but the base actually comes off or they come off the base. It's pretty wild how that works. And they have to be older for them to actually come off the base. Here's the thing though, because we know that they do come off the base, I'm willing to bet that if you drop him in some hot water and you get that glue to
probably
break
could
loose,
get him off.
you could take him on and off the base too. I'm just about willing to bet that, but I don't know that I would try it because the bases just don't bother me that much. He has his, look at that. He has
Of course, that's from the scene from the end of the Mandalorian season 2.
That is exactly what this is from, and this is another box that is incorrect. What?
It doesn't say Mandalorian on it, does it?
Doesn't say Mandalorian on it. It says Star Wars. I mean, it does say Mandalorian on the back of it in like little bitty, like, see it way back there at the very
That's
bottom.
crap. They should put Mandalorian on the front.
Well, I think so too. They should have like made that bold and in charge. I mean, on the back of it, it does have all the Mandalorian characters. It has the Dark Troopers that I don't have. I've actually been thinking about buying a bunch of Dark Troopers and setting up some kind of like crazy, like they're coming to take me out scene, but I haven't done it. See my little charger right here. I'm willing to bet the only thing that's really going to glow is going to be his saber, though, which is
Probably,
which is kind of a weak glow.
Is it a green saber?
It is the green saber, and that is the only thing that's going to glow. And you're not going to be able to tell right now because of the lights I have on. But I mean, with the black lights, you can kind of see that it's got a little pop there. It's going to take a little bit more charge than that. This is really cool, though.
Now, let me look at that Drax image one more time.
Yeah, pull it back. You want me to pull it up real quick?
Yeah, bring yours up.
Here, I'll pull it up real quick. There we go.
All right, so maybe they did get her. I think he is supposed to be sleeping. Now, this is an actual image of Drax from the movie. I guess he does have it around his eyes more and not the back of his head. I thought he had more, but it seems like he got more on his neck than anything. So I guess they're not far off from that. I guess maybe it looks funny on a pop, to be honest with you. And maybe there's a lot more gray there than I thought there was originally, but I still want the set.
I can see where it looks like maybe it's out of place because it is the pop, but pull up that other picture again. Let me look at that real quick again, because in that picture that you just had up, his eyes are really white though.
They're blue too.
Yeah, but I'm willing to bet that was the look that they were going for. They just didn't throw the blue in there when they should have. I mean, they should have made the eyes probably a solid blue instead of that solid white, or maybe, the other thing we have to remember when we're looking at these images is this is just a concept. Yeah. I mean, so in all reality, when this thing hits the store, those eyes could be a little blue. I mean, in all reality.
But I think because of the black under the eyes, I think it's supposed to portray him sleeping.
I mean, maybe. It's pretty cool, though. I mean, when you start getting into those characters, and especially like hard-to-do characters like that,
he's got so much detail.
Yeah. Coming from that to this is kind of difficult to do, right? I mean, because you're trying to go from a human alien, right, that has very distinct features, and then you're trying to turn that into a bobblehead. Yeah. I mean, so you got to, like, sometimes I think we have to cut Funko a little slack. I'm not going to cut them a whole lot, but sometimes we have to cut them just a little slack, right?
Exactly. And like I said, I think, I mean, the head's technically, I mean, Dave Bautista has a big head, but this one has a lot more, so there's a lot more gray to it. So again, I think they did get pretty close to it, and I'll give them that. But I'm waiting to see Rocket and Groot and Gamora. I think those are going to be really cool.
I guess that I didn't even really think about the fact that we're going to see Rocket and Groot too until you said something, and it dawned on me exactly like where this set's coming from. That's probably going to be a really cool set, but it's one of them that you're going to have to get out of the box to truly appreciate. This is one of those sets that in the box is just not going to make a lot of
No.
sense.
And I think because it's stadium seating, it's going to display very well out of the box.
Yeah, I mean, and then you're going to need a little space for it, and Funko gets a little sneaky when it comes to these sets like this, right? I mean, by the time you bought this whole set, it would probably get close to being the same price as a hot toy or a sideshow
But
or
that's like 30
one of
bucks
those.
a pop right there,
Yeah, I mean,
isn't
30
it?
bucks a pop times 3 is going to be $180. I mean, so they get a little sneaky, right? Times 6, it's going to be $180. I mean, they get a little sneaky right at the end of the day when it comes to that stuff, but it's still going to be a really cool displayed piece if you display it right. This goes to the same conversation. Remember the conversation we were having last week when we were talking about the albums and all about how you display them?
It's all
That's
about
going to
that display.
that's going to be one of those pieces that's all about the display. I mean, you could quickly ruin it by just putting it on a table,
Yeah.
or you could put it on a shelf with a light on it. I mean, you could quickly take it one or two directions very fast.
Yeah, you could backlight it with some light stripping really and make it look really, really cool. Or
Yeah.
you could also make it look really, really bad.
Right. It's one of those but it's just like the albums. I mean, you could take the albums and you could make them look really, really cool, or you could make them look really, really bad, just depending on what you did with them. I mean, and
Exactly.
I don't know, I think that's kind of some of the allure to pops and the albums and stuff for me, because it's a lot about decorating if you think about it, right? I mean, a
Mhm.
lot of it is about decorating.
Well, you have a lot of people who, I'm not gonna say a 50-50, but I'm a person where I like some pops out of the box and I like pops in the box. Whereas you got a guy like, Popped Heat, who has a lot of his are out of box. And then you got other collectors who just won't take them out of box at all. So I mean, it
I'm
all
somewhere
depends
in
on
the
how
middle
you
of that.
feel.
What's that?
Like I said, I like taking a few out and keeping most in the box.
Yeah, I mean, so do you think that you're somewhere in the middle of the
I
field?
think
Because
I'm
I think that I am. I can look around here and tell you that, I mean, I don't have nearly as many out as I have in, but the ones that should be out, like Yoda raising up and I can't think of the name of it at this moment, but he's raising up Luke's ship from the
Oh
swamp.
yeah, from the mud from episode 5.
Right, so I have that one out of the box, and it very well should be out of the box. Or I have Luke riding the bantha. Did I say that right?
Yeah,
Bantha, whatever.
and I
However
don't
you
know.
say it. I
JKO
have
might tell you for that one,
yes,
but I
I
don't know.
have that one out of the box. I mean, so it the ones that should be out of the box, it makes sense to be out of the box. I have out of the box, but I don't feel like they all make sense and need to be out of the box. They are definitely going to catch the completionist on these
Yeah, I
sets. I mean,
definitely
for
agree
sure.
with you. And I mean, I'm not totally completionist, although I should. I mean, I started collecting the Shawarma one, and I just kind of got behind, and it didn't, it didn't really happen. But I mean, I get what I get, and I find what I find when I want to buy it, when I'm ready for it. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
break the bank by any means.
So before we go much further, tomorrow's 420. You know that, right?
Well,
It's
yeah,
National Stoners Day. I mean, tomorrow's National Stoners Day. I had to
means
bring that up though.
means all the fast food places are gonna be full.
Well, I had to bring that up because at some point that'll make sense again. But yes, all the fast food places are going to be full. I mean, every one of them is going to be full tomorrow, and then we have Earth Day. That's Friday, so
Yep,
that's
there's
so
some really cool pops releasing for that.
we have some fire releasing for Earth Day, and there's one of them that I discovered today that I didn't know was going to be releasing Friday at box lunch. If you
Oh,
went
I
and
know what
seen
you're talking about because I
if
saw it. It
if
looks
you went
hot.
and seen the movie, it's a pretty decent movie if you know something about it. I went and seen it with my daughter. I didn't follow it at all.
You
Just to
watched the
be,
whole series?
I have not, and I didn't follow it at all. I really went for her, to be completely honest with you. It was one of those like I sacrificed myself to go for this one. So I didn't keep up with it a singular moment. There was some really cool stuff that happened in that, so it only makes sense to me that they brought that they brought this in, and I'm gonna show this to everybody now, just in case you have not seen them like
I'm pretty
lingering
sure
out
I know
there
which one you're talking about.
somewhere. You're going to want to make sure that you go to Box Lunch on Friday. I'm going to personally be there when they open, and that's not really like me to say that I'm going to be there when they open, to pick up this guy.
Take it down.
They have Gandalf
Yes, and it's Gandalf the White, which should
yes.
be personal with it because, of course, remember Lord of the Rings, and of course, The Hobbit is based off of Gandalf the Gray. He didn't become Gandalf the White until the basically end of the second Lord of the Rings movie. But this one's great. I think it looks cool. I saw this. I love the box. The box, of course, for Earth Day it doesn't have all the white or anything like that. The box looks awesome.
So this is not the first time Funko's done Earth Day. I think that I maybe said a couple of weeks ago, somebody called me out on it after when I said it, that this was the first Earth Day. This is not the first Earth Day. This is the second or third, maybe even the fourth. But they all have the same box. They all have this common like Earth theme to them, or not even maybe an Earth theme, but maybe like an Earth kindness, like a Care Bear, something like that. So this is flowing into that like Earth theme, right? Because he's supposed to be one with Earth. That's who Gandalf is. I want it. I mean, I'm going to go get this one. I'm going to be there when this one is released. This one's going to be really cool, and this is one of them that I'm going to call now and say that it's going to go way up in price.
I think this is a good potential to be an early Grail, especially since he's got the switching motion of his staff. I mean, I think everything about this looks awesome.
I'm down. I am 100% down. So I'm glad you are. I thought that was pretty cool. Now, I didn't go through the trouble of pulling up all the Walmart exclusive Earth Day pops that are going to be debuting.
The only other one I want is the Mother Earth from Moana.
Right, so they have Mother Earth from Moana that's going to drop. They have Poison Ivy. They have Care Bear. They have some more, and for some reason it just skipped my mind as to which ones they have. They're going to have some really cool ones, but I would not expect Walmart to have them there on Earth Day. You can go check, but
they'll have them like in 3 months.
Right, you can go check, but I would not like hold my breath on when Walmart's going to get them, because it's anybody's gamble is the when they show up, and I have not seen or heard or even like seen rumors that they were showing up at distribution centers. I mean, so I don't see them coming in Friday. That doesn't mean that they won't. That doesn't mean that there's not a truck that's about to drop them all off tomorrow. It just means that I have not gotten anything down through there. So I wouldn't hold my breath on Walmart, even though I think that they should have them. This drew me into a question, though, that I'm going to talk with you about. So do we think that Hot Topic is going to have an Earth Day pop? Because I haven't seen anything about it.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't seen anything about it. I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised if they didn't get that Moana one, but I mean, I don't know.
That's a Walmart exclusive.
Yeah.
So you all of the ones that I called off are all Walmart exclusives. They have the Care Bear, they have Poison Ivy, they have the Mother Earth, and then there's another one and a couple of pens that are all Walmart exclusives.
But see, for me, like on this one, I might even go online and order this on boxlunch.com. Whereas Walmart, I don't care where. I mean, never order it online.
Better not.
I just you're never going to get your box in good condition. So the downside with Walmart is you get whatever you get at the store you go to.
Right. Yeah, you better not order them online from Walmart unless you just don't like the box and you're going to be an out of the box collector, because
don't order it online and don't order it for pickup.
Yeah, because it's just going to be shit. I mean, we just have to be honest. I mean, so Jess decided that she was going to order me a Guy Fieri one time from Walmart. We were having groceries delivered. Now, you would think when you got the pop and you put him in the box with the groceries, they would have done something to try and protect this pop. They put him right down in the canned goods. By the time it made it to us, the box looked like it had went through World War III, and Guy Fieri was still in one piece. I mean, it was rough. They did not care about it at all. So
that's a full box.
Save yourself some
out of box item.
Unless you just want to be out of box, don't do it. This one is going to be a grail, though. I am calling it now. You don't have to believe me, but that's what I am going to call that one at this moment. Let's see. I got some other ones real quick that I want to talk about. Now, the funny thing is, when I was bringing up the 420, I was bringing up the 420 for a reason. So they have an NFT that is going to be, what do they call that? A redemption for the NFT is going to be happening tomorrow.
Oh, to redeem your whatever you've gotten or whatever. I don't know, whatever.
Right. So, which
Oh, if someone hasn't been in the show for a while.
Nancy, how are you doing? It's good to see you in the house. So what NFT would you think would be redeemed on 420? I mean, everybody needs to throw
their guess. It would have to be a Scooby-Doo.
Everybody should throw their guess over there right now. Is the what pop you would think is going to get redeemed?
If I think about what ones have come out, and maybe a point of redeemable, maybe Scooby-Doo. I mean, we all know Shaggy was a complete stoner.
Oh man, guys, y'all need to hit that thumbs up real quick. Do us a favor in the algorithm.
Hit that thumbs up.
Help us out real quick. We only have 2 thumbs up, and one of them was for me. y'all got to get over there, hit that thumbs up real quick. Just start hitting it real fast or something. So I was funneling through the news, and I kind of like found this one like in the redemptions is some news that was going on, and Scooby-Doo is a really good guess. That is a solid guess. Come on, keep them coming. That is a solid guess as to which one you would think, because this was not somebody that I would have instantly associated with 420. I mean,
what was his name? The painter guy, wasn't he kind of a stoner? Bob Ross.
After I realized exactly like who it was and thought about it for a second, I thought, well, maybe Bob Ross is fitting for the NFT redemption. So Bob Ross redemption will be tomorrow. I thought that was really, really cool that they have his redemption on tomorrow. There's some pretty cool like stuff going on out there, and if you have the Bob Ross NFT, then just remember that you're gonna have to do whatever it is that you have to do to try and turn it in to get whatever it is you're gonna get. Do you think this one is gonna be one of them that goes up in price? Do you think this is gonna be like the Turtles?
I don't know. I mean, it's real hard to say anymore. I mean, I'm probably not a good person to ask on these because I'm so against NFTs. And I really didn't. First of all, I thought that Heat Trace, Ninja Turtle was ugly as crap, and it was originally selling for good money. Now, of course, it's dropped in price dramatically since, but
Snoop Dogg was a good one. Lil Wayne was a good one.
I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I really can't say. It's hard to tell.
I don't know. All right, so the Bob Ross fan club, I think maybe because it's an NFT, it may go up in price, but I have a Bob Ross chase that is like bare bones in the world of chases, right? I think it's like at $14, $15. They've never been that highly sought after when it comes to pops, and even in the community, it hasn't been that big of a thing. Like I have the Deadpool Bob Ross, I have the regular Bob Ross, I have the Chase Bob Ross, and none of them have went really high in value. So my prediction is it's going to find somewhere around $100 and it's going to stay there.
Yeah,
that's my prediction, is that it's going to find somewhere right at $100 and it's not going to move. Now, maybe at first it goes higher than that, but I don't think by much. I don't think this is going to hit like the Turtles. It's not number one anymore.
I think you might have to have an initial probably bump, but I don't foresee it going much further than that, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, well, remember, this is not the Turtles anymore, right? I mean, it's not the first NFT redeemed pop, right?
Well, I think if there's going to be any series that's going to have a initial, bump again like that, it might be for when the Scooby-Doo ones come out. I mean, maybe. That's the one I can think of.
I mean, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. And I noticed that the chat wasn't hitting on that one, and I was kind of hoping that they would. I was hoping that they would start giving us like their thoughts, because I don't really know. This is one of them that I love the Bob Ross stuff, but I don't know how far it's going to go up in price. We will just have to wait and see.
Have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see on that one. There's nothing else we can do. Nothing else we can do. I noticed that the chat is just blowing up over there.
Now I heard, I haven't seen any of them, but I did hear that there was a bunch of new sodas dropped recently, hasn't there?
There is so many new sodas that's been releasing here recently. They have
Now, I don't even know why I'm thinking about it. Maybe maybe I care, maybe I don't. I don't know. I'm so confused with sodas nowadays. I mean, I think they look cool, but I don't know. I'm so over the soda craze.
I don't necessarily know that I don't feel like there's a craze for it anymore. And I know that there's some of us that are kind of trying to keep the hype going. I think the hype for the sodas has kind of died off. I feel like it has. Maybe it hasn't. Maybe it's stronger than ever. I don't really know. I don't feel like that's the case, though. I feel like the case is that it's fallen off. And the thing that makes me feel that way the most is the fact that they're starting to come out with what I want to call gimmicks. Right? They're starting to do gimmicky stuff that I don't think that you would otherwise do, unless there was some kind of falling going on.
Yeah, no, I could see that.
Hold on, let me find this. I'm gonna pull this image up real quick. I thought I had it, but apparently I did not. Yeah, there we are. All right, yeah, I got it. So let me get this image pulled up real quick, and I will show you, because I don't know if you've seen these. This is going to be another one of those.
No. I like I said, I've been just been doing so much outside that I have not seen any of the new stuff.
So this one just, I guess it was 2 or 3 days ago, they sent everybody an email basically telling you that it's going to be released. Nobody really knows when the release date is, but I have a good source that says the release date's going to be tomorrow. This is another one that's going to be releasing tomorrow on 4/20 at 9:30 PST, which is like 11:30 or 12:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Like a whole, what is that? A whole Scooby-Doo 6-pack?
Yeah, so this is going to be the same thing they did with the Turtles. It's going to be the 6-pack. They're making you pay like $100 for it. It comes with that stupid cooler thing, and then it has a chance of a chase somewhere in it. I don't know.
That Shaggy looks really bad.
I see Simon says the same thing that I've kind of been echoing, is that I catch that sodas are on the decline, and I feel that maybe they know what they're talking about by the fact that they're doing this gimmicky stuff. You're starting to see like them putting them in, they're trying to sell them in 6-packs with the lunchbox, because they knew otherwise the lunchbox wouldn't sell on its own. So they're not trying to sell you the lunchbox. They're trying to sell you the sodas that come inside of it with the lunchbox, with a chance to get a chase. But the problem with this scenario right here is this scenario cuts out the scalpers, right? Because nobody is going to pay more than $150 for this set, right? I mean,
well, I mean, you got. I mean, let's break it down. So each soda is what, $15 a piece?
$15 a piece, yeah.
So you got 30, 60, and so you only got $90 worth of pops there.
Plus the thing is $10. They've been selling them for $100 is what they've been selling them for. But what I'm saying is it messes the scalper up, because the scalpers come in and they try and buy it at $100. Nobody wants to pay $150 for them. I mean, it's not what people want to pay. Now, you could sell them out individually, but then you're not going to get your money back, right? I mean, so this to me is their way of saying, oh, if you're going to scalp it, then we're going to charge you premium dollar. And now try and make $10 off of it. Nobody wants to make $10 off a $100 investment, right?
Oh, no.
It's not where you want to be. And I think that they made it very hard when they did this, but they also sold the cooler with it, right? I mean, so they knew what they were doing. I don't like them. I won't be going after them.
To be honest with you, that Shaggy is really bad. That Shaggy is like it's, I mean, it's like a cross between Scooby Doo and Charlie Brown.
Yeah, I mean, Simon says that a lot of things that he's just echoing a lot of the things that we've been saying, and they do look really bad. I mean, it's the with the international numbers, with the chases
I think
getting
once
messed
people
up.
figured out that those numbers on the can are really bullshit, and it's not really the true number, I think it kind of exposed them. To be honest with you,
Well, that's kind of what did it for me. That was kind of like the ill taste in my mouth with
yeah.
the sodas is when I discovered that that number wasn't the actual number.
You
It
think
was
you were getting a limited edition when you really were.
No, it wasn't that limited. The limitedness of it really wasn't that limited, and that started the sour taste for me. But at the end of the day, if this is something that you're into, this is going to be a really cool 6 pack to go find. I mean, it will go find. You're going to have to get it from the Funko site, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to be dropping tomorrow. So if there's something that you want, it's gonna sell out. The last one sold out. This one's gonna sell out. You still have the fear of FOMO going on. People still have the fear of missing out, so they're paying these stupid prices for these things.
You
When
don't have to worry about me being on there going for it. So
yeah,
y'all,
yeah, you don't have to worry about me catching your sale, catching your getting in your way. You'll get this one. You'll get this one. But
you
it's
can have
cool
it
if it's
all you want.
the one thing that I would like to have out of this is that stupid lunchbox back there, but I would actually use that lunchbox, so it wouldn't be worth anything by the time I was done with it.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. It's to really. I mean, I don't know.
I would actually use the lunchbox, as I said, so it wouldn't be worth anything by the time I was done with it. It would just be garbage. So I can't get that set. I can't even get behind it. To me, that's a lot of money, right? So
It is.
one of the allures to Funko to me is the fact that I can afford a $10 like Luke Skywalker, right? I mean, I can afford that. Once you start getting into $50, everything over $50 to me becomes a hard sale. That becomes that becomes a week of lunch, right? I mean,
The
that
the
becomes a week
the
of a
the,
gas
the
tank.
10-inch prices are hard to swallow,
Yes,
but
yes.
I only that's why I only get a few of them. I only get the certain ones that I'm really looking for.
Right. I mean, so to me, once you start getting past a certain number, it becomes a hard peel, right? I mean, you start thinking, well, this is my week of my gas, or this is my week of lunches at work, or
Mhm.
this is my week of something, right? I mean, so it starts to become a tough sale for me once it hits a certain number. So I'm probably never gonna get behind those. I might have the only die cast in my collection right now, just because I don't really like the price of them, even though I think they're worth it. I still think that they're a little high. There is some other look, there's so much cool stuff out there right now, though, and this is going to be another one that I think you're really going to like. Check this out. This one is going to be to infinity and
Oh, they start
beyond.
releasing the Buzz Lightyear one.
Yes, they did. So this is going to be the Amazon exclusive. I think this is a glow variant. I'd have to like zoom in on it to get an actual like view of it. It doesn't say
Yeah, I
that
can't really tell on the sticker,
it
but
doesn't say
there is something else that says underneath Amazon.
it does say that it's a glow exclusive over here in the description.
Okay.
So this is currently, I mean, you can currently go on Amazon right now and pre-order this one.
Yeah.
I really like this Buzz Lightyear. What is this Buzz Lightyear from?
Well, this is a brand new thing. This is basically they're essentially taking the Buzz Lightyear that was it's kind of like put yourself in Andy's shoes when he was a kid, and the reason why they loved Buzz Lightyear so much. So it's kind of reenacting what Buzz remembered or thought he was from the first movie. He was a space ranger. He was this is the start of him. So of course, right away he's not wearing the typical Buzz Lightyear suit, and he's I'm going to assume towards the end we're going to see him wear the iconic Buzz Lightyear suit, but and of course this is not voiced by Tim Allen. This is actually voiced by Chris Evans.
Oh, wonder how that's gonna work.
I mean, the voice sounds good, but like I said, the best way I can give you guys a good perspective to look at it is this is going to be, if you ever wanted to know, why, Andy in the first movie was such, wanted to be such a big Buzz Lightyear fan and why he wanted the Buzz Lightyear doll. This is basically would have been the show he would have watched.
I mean, okay. I'm gonna stop for a minute. Little Monster says that tomorrow is a big day, opening of a new store. Elaborate on what you mean. Are you opening some kind of a Funko shop, or do you have a website you want to send us to? Throw something over there and let us know exactly, because I see that and I definitely want to support you, but I don't know what I'm supporting.
And,
don't know what I'm supporting.
And this helmet does not have a visor on this one.
What do you mean?
It doesn't look like from these images it has a visor. I can't really tell.
I don't really know. I mean, like I was saying a second ago, when you're looking at these, you know that they're a concept, right? I mean, so it could have a visor on it. It couldn't have a visor on it. I don't physically see that there's a visor in front of him. I can tell you that there's a clear difference in color from his forehead to the bottom of his face. So maybe that is supposed to represent like you looking through a shield. I don't really know. It looks really cool though. I mean, but he looks like he's some kind of a racer, to be honest with you.
Well, he's getting into a ship, a rocket for the first time. There is a visor on that. I found it on Amazon. It's hard to really tell, but some of the images kind of have a reflection right in the middle. If you look at that bottom one, it kind of has a slight reflection right in the middle, up by the eyebrows.
Right. Well, that's what I was saying. They put some kind of like discoloration from the top to the bottom to give you that illusion that it's there. So I'm just gonna have to assume that it is.
And that's not bad. $13.99 for the pre-order.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
no,
reasonable.
It's not terrible. Not for an exclusive. I mean, I think all of the exclusives here recently have been like upwards of $15. I mean, minimum I think here anymore is $15.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable.
Pastry. I like pastries. Pastries are nice.
I get even fatter than I already am by the time if I worked in a pastry shop.
I'd be pretty. It would be rough. It would be rough to say the least. Well, good luck. Good luck with that. We wish you lots of good luck. I'm sure that you've already got this though. You'll be great.
I think as far as Buzz Lightyear goes, go back to that one. I don't remember. He's behind here somewhere. I've actually got an original. I gotta have a mystery box. It's not in the greatest shape, but I've got a really early Toy Story version,
like the really expensive version of Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, I mean it's not that expensive. I think it's one of the first couple of series that they did of them, but I mean I think he's usually only trending for about $55 or so.
Well, I mean that's still pretty expensive for a $10 pop.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty decent like turnaround. That's not too bad.
I keep him in a hard stack. I keep him somewhere on there. So, like I said, the box isn't in the greatest condition. But hey, when you find a pop like that, you just kind of got to take it.
You got that from one of Cody's mystery boxes, didn't you?
No, I got that from. Where the hell did I get that from? I can't remember now. You go trace through some old videos and find it somewhere, but
God, I vaguely remember.
But I actually don't remember who I bought that mystery box from.
Vaguely remember. Y'all should go back and tell us who you got that mystery box from. I thought it was Cody though.
No, I never bought one from Cody.
Who was it? Yeah, I can't remember. So I know that you're not a big NFT person. I am fully aware of this. Funko has announced that they are going to start giving away. Check this out. Y'all are all of you NFT people. Y'all are about to you should sit down, take a deep breath. You're about to hit the floor. They're going to give away one NFT a month to a lucky person who has bought NFTs in their wallet. So every month they're going to give away one NFT to one of you special Willy Wonka fans out there. You're going to get the golden ticket.
That's just sad, to be honest with you. You're going to give a free item that means nothing. And
hold on, though. Listen to me again, though. Listen to me again. They're going to give away one
How many collectors
NFT a
are out
month.
there? Thousands, and they're only giving one away to somebody.
To one of you lucky NFT owners. I actually own a couple of NFTs.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever
If
heard.
I happen to receive that one NFT, oh man, I'm selling it. It's going up for sale.
I don't have a wallet, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'm quite all right.
Look, I read it. And if somebody else read it different than me, please call me out on it because I hate getting called out later down the road. I read it 3 or 4 times to try and like make sure that I was reading this right. I read it 3 and 4 times and thought, well, they clearly can't be saying that they're going to give away one singular NFT.
I mean, I could say if they're gonna say, oh, we're gonna give away 100. Okay, maybe one
singular
dumbest ass thing I've ever heard.
NFT per month to people who have bought packs before April. So you've had to have bought packs before April to qualify, and then they've got like some other like for how many packs is how many entries. I mean, I don't know how they have all that figured out, but they've got it figured out somehow. And one lucky person is going to receive. Look, if it's me, you're going to know it. So you're going to be like, man, Wayne sold an NFT. It's going to be sold.
That is so sad. I'll just take my mini puff and go.
I mean, but I read it. Look, and if you read it different, please tell me. Please tell me, Simon, we truly, truly appreciate you, brother. For some reason, that was slow to come up, but just know that we truly, truly appreciate any and all super chats, guys. We just truly, truly love y'all and enjoy hanging out with y'all, and I got to hit this smoky. Damn! but one lucky person every month is going to receive a singular NFT from Funko for free. It's going to be free of charge. They're not going to charge you anything.
So if you didn't think that NFTs were stupid already, they're even dumber now.
They got a little dumber. Hey, I had to read that multiple times though, just to make sure that when I said that out loud, that I was saying something correct. I am still shocked. I'm still hoping that maybe that's not the case, and maybe that I read it wrong. But I truly don't believe that I read that one wrong. I truly believe that I read that one 100% correct, and they're going to give away a singular NFT per month.
Pugs and Kisses has a question for you.
What's up, Pugs and Kisses? Sorry, I wasn't really looking at that. How come
they're all looking for Diesel?
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna bring Diesel back up. I guess I just kind of started sharing other parts of my life, right? I started sharing my daughters with everybody. I guess I just started sharing other parts of my life. Diesel's going to come back though. Diesel hasn't gone anywhere. Diesel is just as rotten gets. He's always going to be rotten. It's kind of hysterical, to be honest with you. And I would own another English bulldog faster than you could say don't do it. that has become my breed. But just, look, they're different. Are you a dog person?
Yeah,
I don't know if I've ever asked you this.
We do have a dog.
What kind of dog do you have?
She's like a miniature poodle. We have her because we definitely went with her because she doesn't shed.
All right, so we have a little Havanese, which doesn't shed. She's just a little bitty, like tiny thing, right? Just yay big, long hair. And I wanted something a little bigger, so it was one of those things that actually took me like a year to decide. And right before COVID hits, when I decided and bought him, which was funny because I had no idea that we were going to be at home with this adorable puppy that we got to potty train, which was like it was a blessing, right? That I was able to stay at home and potty train him. I had no idea that he had as much personality as they do. Bulldogs have more personality than any animal I've ever seen. I mean, you can look at him and tell what he's wanting to do. I mean, he has facial expressions. He has mannerisms. I mean, it's insane. He's vocal. It is absolutely insane how the intelligence that comes from that dog. But you'll definitely see him again. I promise you, you
Well,
will.
it's kind of like we in the neighborhood, a couple of houses down, we see him all the time. A neighbor has a full-grown husky, and he's still a puppy. And man, every that dog sees the kids in the neighborhood. At this point, he just like he can. I love huskies because you can almost. I mean, they talk essentially,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he gets so excited when he sees the kids around. And some kids aren't big dog people, but he's such a good dog. But I couldn't do a husky. They shed. I love not having the shedding. The downside with having a dog that doesn't shed is you have to groom them a lot.
All right. So when we were getting Diesel, it says that they shed excessively. And Jess asked me, she says, "Well, do they shed?" No, babe.
You
No, babe.
lied.
No, babe. They don't shed. I thought, well, how bad could it be? Let me tell you how bad it can be. You can vacuum the house every day and still fill the vacuum cleaner up with dog hair. That's what they mean when they say excessive. They mean excessive.
Mhm.
Like you can pet him and watch the hair coming off while you're petting him. It is insane. I still wouldn't trade him for the world. I still wouldn't trade that dog for the world. I love him to death. I have another pop though that I think that you are going to be into here.
I did see this. This is Sandman. Of course, part of the Sinister Six, which is basically what this set is. I still think it's Spider-Man that's going to be in the middle of this set, to be honest with you. But, um, I love this set, but I'm not going after it. I mean, I've got too many sets I'm already working on. I can't wait because I know right behind Sandman, that's Electro, and that one's going to be cool.
I
But
don't know.
there's got to be Spider-Man in the middle.
I don't know who any of these people are.
You got Doctor Octopus, which was I think the second one that came out. The Vulture, which is the middle one, the bald middle guy in the middle. He was the first one. Of course, now you got Sandman, who can basically turn himself into sand. And so, like I said, like you got Electro. I think that one of those back there should be Rhino and maybe a Venom. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that other one.
Somebody tell Wayne that he's blurry.
Yeah, your
Simon,
screen's a little fuzzy.
I think that I'm about to lose my third webcam of the year.
Fourth camera.
I think this is the third. This should be the third. So I haven't replaced it because I'm just gonna let it burn out before I replace it. It's this funny thing that I didn't know is that webcams actually go out.
Yeah, I'm
And
getting to that point now. And you've seen in the past where I've struggled to get my webcam to even connect, and I think I'm about on that time where I think I might have to replace mine soon.
I didn't even know it was possible until me and you started doing shows on a regular basis that webcams could even go out. They however can go out and they do. They have I've never burned one out. I always thought that it was something that just lasts forever. It had one little chip in it and nope, it will definitely go out. And I think that it's on its last leg. I kind of noticed that really early on in the show, and I thought, well, there's not a whole lot I could do to fix it at this point. Let's see. Did that fix it?
A little bit better.
We'll see if that fixed it real quick.
No, it's still a little fuzzy.
Not really. Let's see. No,
It's about on its last leg.
It's not gonna fix. It's seen better days. It's not gonna be lasting much longer.
I mean, not bad for when you. I mean, most webcams you can buy online for like $50.
It's $100 cam.
Even a decent one. And the amount of as much as we use these webcams, we get our money's worth.
Yeah, it's $100 cam. It's not nothing that's terrible.
Hold on, here we go. Camera is going. Wayne's Wi-Fi approved new camera. $1,000 budget is necessary.
Yeah, likely. But it's one of them that's going to be going out soon, and it's okay. I'm prepared for it to go out. It's going to go out. I don't know what I'm doing once this one goes out. So a few years back, Jess got me a Canon that I haven't really utilized as much as I should. I've been kind of playing around with trying to get it hooked up as a webcam. I haven't been real successful at it. We'll see. We'll cross that road when I get to it this time.
Yeah.
is to what I'm going to do with it. This one is really cool, and I just knew that this was one of them that you were going to be behind. How I knew that, I don't know, but
I mean, of course, this is off the, this is more off the Amazing Spider-Man series, and I think so. Like I said, that's why it says Beyond Amazing. But yeah, this is of course the Sinister Six, third out of seven, because like I said, I'm pretty sure that middle one is going to be Spider-Man.
You think the middle one's going to be Spider-Man? I don't really know,
because they're all looking at that center focal point. Like the Sandman almost looks like he wants to punch him, and you got Vulture that's kind of reaching over him, and Doctor Octopus or Doc Ock is basically looking at him. So, like I said, that middle guy is Spider-Man. I just hope they keep the classic red and blue suit on him.
I'm sure they will. Hugs and kisses. Have a good night. I'm glad you came out and hung out with us.
Have a good night.
We appreciate you. We really, really do appreciate you. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see exactly which one they come up with there. Before we decide that we're going to move on though, there is a whole I
did hear that the new Thor: Love and Thunder's pops came out. These, of course, the Jurassic Park. I haven't seen these yet, but these, of course, the Jurassic Park Domination series, and I like how this is kind of the first time they've done a lot of dinosaurs.
Yeah, so check this out. I'm going to switch real quick and pull this over here. So this is what you were saying just a second ago. This is going to be this massive Jurassic Park collection that they have going on. And let's see.
Wait, I haven't seen all this stuff. Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
that 10-inch one looks kind of cool though too. I don't know what dinosaur that is, but
I don't know. Hey, Funko brother, how are you doing? It's good to see you in the house. I don't really know. This is a line that I really haven't gotten behind. If I would have picked up Blue, and I didn't pick up Blue. I think that the Jurassic Park stuff has a massive following, and know it.
Like I said, I do like the dinosaurs. I think they look cool. I think this one with the return of Malcolm, and of course John Hammond. No, not John Hammond. Can't remember his name. Anyways, the return of two classic characters, I think, are going to be cool. One of them is a Walmart exclusive, it looked like.
Yeah, so one of them's a Walmart exclusive. The rest of them don't have an exclusive. I guess.
A third page to that?
What's that?
There's a third page to that?
There is a third page to this. I was going to stop here on the Funko Shop exclusive though, and I was going to tell you that for once I feel like maybe they didn't put a sticker on a pop that so that they would sell it, but then they made two of them that were almost identical. So
yeah, why'd they make two blues?
So it rolls back into that they put a sticker on it so they could sell it. I mean,
sell more of them,
right? Because I don't know why they made two of the blues. It's a very strong shop exclusive, but there's two of them, so it kind of takes away from how
I would have put it more on that one right below it.
The Target exclusive to me is kind of weak as well, but I think it's tough when you start getting into these dinosaurs as to which one, because I bet that these are very subjective.
Yeah, and then the thing is, it's hard right now since the movie hasn't officially come out yet to know. I mean, there's got to be a meaning behind all these. Of course, that looks like it's the T-Rex. That's a jumbo-sized spot for Walmart. The other ones, I mean, they got to be doing some sort of. It's all these Jurassic Parks. They got to be doing some sort of genetic, changing of these dinosaurs. So we don't even know what these are yet because the movie hasn't released yet.
I'm with you. I mean, we don't really know what they are. This is a 3-pack over here, which I don't really get into the 3-pack.
That weird dodo bird looking one.
It's some weird thing they have going on it, and we still have more pages of these things. I mean, there is more pages of them. So they're going to have another Target exclusive, which to me is still a weak. I mean, the Target and the BAM exclusive are almost identical.
Well, Target's the main character. That's the one that Chris Pratt plays.
We have the keychains, which means Target must going to do some big to do with these. We have the minis. The minis to me are a lot like a soda. I mean, so the minis are almost like a soda that's just a little bit smaller than what a soda would be.
Yeah, they're really capitalizing, and a lot of times, whatever. I don't know what movie line does the Jurassic Park, but obviously they're not as strict as Disney is, where they're only letting you do so much, and then I'm sure there's going to be more that come out later on.
So Funko has officially announced that these will be dropping tomorrow.
Well,
It,
Scooby's different, so Scooby and the Phantom must be the chases.
yeah, I would imagine that
Oh,
maybe all of them might have a chase.
Scooby is too. I mean, a Shaggy is because he's got the Scooby snack box.
I was thinking that maybe all of them might have a chase variant. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But they do have it announced on their Instagram that they'll be dropping tomorrow at 9:30, whatever PST. I think it's 11:30 Eastern time, maybe 12:30. Don't hold me to it, but I'm still not getting behind it. I mean, it's just, let's see how many comments they have. I mean, so they don't even really have that many comments. I mean, so it's, let's see what happens.
I mean, will it sell out? Yes, it'll probably sell out. I'm just like I said. I mean, there's some probably hardcore soda collectors out there. I've just not really turned into one of them anymore.
Well, I wish I could see the cans. I wish they would give me a can count. I mean,
Yeah,
because that'll tell me again like how fast it's going to be. Um, I'm thinking that it's going to sell out within 5 minutes, but I don't know. Look, that's that for the price for the $100. I can't really get behind them. This is going to be one of the Walmart exclusives
I
though
want
that
this one. A
they
Tafiti.
they say that you can pre-order them at Walmart now. I don't
Don't
pre-order.
have
I don't
Walmart ship anything.
I don't pre-order from Walmart, and not if you want the box. I mean, if you want the box, don't pre-order from
And
Walmart.
especially Earth Day boxes. Earth Day boxes are awesome.
I mean, because it's gonna come in wrecked. I guarantee you that it's not gonna come in like you think.
I would agree.
Let's see. Back it up a little bit.
Yeah, I heard, but I haven't seen them yet. But I did hear about the Thor.
The
Uh,
Thor stuff came out. I know nothing about what's going on in the Thor. Do we have a new Thor coming out?
You do. You have Thor #4 coming out. This is Love and Thunder. Of course, Jane is returning, which is Natalie Portman. She is returning, and she does pick up the hammer, of course. Now, the way as far as I remember, the way the comic book goes, it actually she can take on form of a Thor. She does have the helmet and everything like that, and take on a lot of abilities. But it actually, since she is a mortal, it actually does slowly kill her.
What?
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know how MCU is going to play it, but I believe in the comics, and I wish Jesse Lou was here because he hit me up even more. But she actually dies from wielding the hammer.
So Seth says the last few that he's gotten from Walmart actually came in good shape.
Hey, congratulations!
Yeah, I mean, congratulations on that one. Before that, Simon said that he hoped they fix some issues. What issues did they have the turtles? Do you know? I don't either. You have to elaborate over there. I am interested to see. Is this going to be a movie?
Yeah, yep. It's supposed to come out in June or August or one of those two, or July or August, one of those two.
So it's not
I can't
animated.
remember what the villain's name is right now, but of course we got Korg and I can't remember the rock guy's name, and then of course that's Valkyrie up there as well. That's in it. So I mean, it's hard for people to tell that because again the movie's not out yet, so to have a premise around it. Now, what I will say is, if you happen to just find these in the store and they just seem to be sitting there, I would consider picking them up because once this movie comes out, this movie is going to be awesome. It's very well possibly Chris Hemsworth's last movie, but we don't know about that one yet. But this movie is going to be freaking awesome.
So the 4-pack right here, right? Here's my thoughts on the 4-packs. So when they start bundling these dies together, they're the exact same pops that you get in the
Yeah,
singulars, right? I mean, so it's the same pop that if I got it in a singular. They should do something different if they're
yeah,
going to put the same pop just in a bigger box and then sell it off that way. They should make them glow. They should make maybe it metallic. They should do something different to make me want to buy the 4-pack versus the singulars, and they don't. So I don't see any allure in getting the Walmart exclusive 4-pack versus just buying them singular.
yeah.
The BAM exclusive says it's metallic, so that's pretty cool. I think that maybe they should have done the metallic with the helmet on.
Yeah,
Um,
I think that would have been cooler. I mean, the pop in the box exclusive, the glow in the dark looks pretty hot. Do like that. I'd be more inclined to get that Target only 2-pack than buying the 4-pack.
I'm with you, but I still wish that they would have done the metallic with the helmet on.
Yeah.
That seems like an
Uh,
opportunity missed.
Now I'm not sure what the scene with this, but this just I mean, come on. You got Thor in a Nordic ship being pulled by look what looks to be goats or rams or whatever the hell they are. This thing just with that glorious dew in the back. I mean, come on, man. Everything about this just seems awesome.
I I agree with you that I don't know what's going on in this scene, but he's on some kind of boat, which I'm just gonna assume is some kind of Viking ship that is getting pulled. It looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
Um, we'll just have to wait and see what scene that is, though, because I don't have a clue.
And then
Of
of course
course,
they gotta release
yeah,
keychains.
they're gonna capitalize with the keychains, which I don't know about your experience with the keychains, but my experience with the keychains is that they are garbage.
You know, the
That
only
is,
thing that does frustrate me is you're releasing Thor: Love and Thunder 3 months early, but you haven't really released a ton of Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness.
yeah. I mean, but that could be a Marvel making them hold it back
Yeah,
right
it could
now.
be.
But
Andrew,
Andrew,
thank
we
you very much.
truly appreciate you. I have to hit you with the Smoky only because we haven't hit the Smoky a whole lot tonight.
Damn!
I don't know why. That makes me so happy, but it does.
But I think I'll definitely do because again, this could be one of those things like the Black Widow pops. You know, I started picking up those Black Widow pops because remember those things released a year before the movie actually came out because of course they were supposed to they released at the time the movie was supposed to come out. So I started finding these things by the boatload, and so I started making sure I picked up. Now Yelena is like $150 pop
Oh,
that I wasn't even expecting that.
yeah, no, I think we kind of fell into the same trap with Wonder Woman. We didn't collect the Wonder Woman stuff because the pops actually released like a year before the movie did, and they didn't make a whole lot of sense, and people weren't going after them. I think that the same trap happened with Wonder Woman because tomorrow is 420 though. Because tomorrow is 420, I've
That's some serious shit. You lucky you my boy.
Had to hit that one too. Had to hit that one too.
Yeah, I
These
agree with you, Seth. I think there's going to be a ton more coming out after that movie releases, and of course, that movie's releasing in only a couple of weeks, guys.
All right, so going back to the turtle sodas that we were talking about, Simon says that there was some problems with the pogs and the chases and the wrong pogs and all together. I remember that now that you're saying that, and I remember the scenario where people were getting the wrong pogs, and but here's the thing, that is not anything new. That's been happening for a long time, and that's always been where I'm confused about people that just show the pog versus like
Mhm.
opening it up, because it has happened to where you have the pog and you're, it's like, oh, it's a common, but then you open the bag and it's a chase. I mean, so it's not that uncommon to see that happen. I mean, I guess it is uncommon, but it has happened. I mean, it is something that does happen, and that goes. How many times have we said it? If it's going to get messed up, Funko is going to figure out how to mess it up. I mean,
Yeah, they're usually pretty good about that.
Funko is definitely going to figure out how to mess it up. Um, Talking about the Doctor Strange, though, there is a Doctor Strange out there that, I mean, they may not have released a whole lot when
They've
it comes
released
to
a few.
Yeah, they might not have released a whole lot when it comes to the Doctor Strange line and what exactly is out there in the Doctor Strange, but they did release this one. If I can find it, if it's on here, it might not even be on here. They did release the one with the Chase variant that was really cool, and I guess I'm probably not going to find it on here. I'd have to go to Entertainment Earth to find it on here, and that's probably what I'm going to do right now. There was some other stuff that I scrolled past real quick that I didn't even know that they had on here though, which was kind of funny. All of those stupid sodas. You know, we just recently got like a whole new like movie theater line. Have you seen this movie?
Yes, my kids, and I don't even want to show my kids this pop because they're gonna. My youngest is gonna go crazy for this. They love this movie. They are absolutely nuts about it. I'd see them, but now in my house. It's either in Kento that's being played or this movie.
Did you catch what this movie was about?
I've seen most of it. I think in bits and pieces here and there.
All right, so Funko had this pop. They released the pop. The pop sold out. That piqued my curiosity to watch the movie, and I watched the movie with my girls. My girls had already seen it, so they were all excited to watch Dad's reaction while he's watching this movie. I mean, they were like, "This, check this out." They're like,
all I know is my youngest sings that boy band song at the end all the time.
They were like this. They were all excited to watch Dad watch it. I mean, this is how they were watching me as I'm watching the movie, and I'm like, wow, what's the excitement here?
It's parenting and how people keep it tight.
It was about a young lady's like
coming of age.
How do I say this? It was about a young girl becoming a young lady.
Yes,
is what this movie was about. and it didn't take me very long to have that aha moment, right? That when the mom was bringing the young girl the feminine products into the bathroom, it took me a quick second to be like, oh, that's what the red panda is, right? So
they twisted it into something that's much more either young kid friendly that are not going to get it or anything,
right?
Like that. But yes, there's an undernote there.
It was right at the beginning, and if you'd have been watching it, you would have caught it, right? I mean, because she was in the bathtub, and the mom brings in all of this feminine product, and that's when the light bulb goes off, and you're like, oh, this is about this young girl becoming a young lady, right? She's developing in life, and that's what's going on. I regret not buying this pop now. I mean, just because of that.
Well, it's already sold out on the Funko.
It did. It sold out almost immediately. I had no idea why, and that's what prompted me to go like look at this and see if I could figure out like what was the hype, right? Why
I ended up seeing it late, and of course I know my kids would have wanted it, so I tried to get it, but it was already sold out on it. Of course, they released 2 more Iron Man suits. Which of course these things are pretty awesome, and I like the stackability of them.
Right, and I was reading the chats real quick. These are pretty cool. I think that it's really cool because this is all at his house, right? I mean, in the movie, he had all the suits lined up at his house. That's what I think is really cool. Is it's that moment of the movie. So I think they're really cool. I think that they almost look underdone. I feel like they're underwhelming. Does that make sense?
Well, they're fairly close to. I mean, the only thing I'll give it is this isn't something that's based off of the movie. This is gonna be more something that's based off the comic book, and these are suits that were used throughout Iron Man's history of comics. Of course, the most and all these are pretty early on versions. Of course, the one in the top left is the very earliest version, but all these are fairly early versions of what the suits were within the comic books, and I think they did a pretty good job on transposing what was in the comic books to a Funko.
I think they did a great job with it. It's just underwhelming to me. It's what do you call it? Lackluster in my eyes.
Hold on, you gotta go back to that one. Of course, if you're watching Moon Knight, seeing the moon god. I can't always forget his name and how to. I
All right.
can't. I have a hard time pronouncing it anyway.
So you kind of
Moon
talked
god
me.
Doc's
You
lunch.
you
is
kind of
hot.
talked me into watching Moonlight, and I think I've watched episode 1 and episode 2, maybe even watched episode 3. I can't remember. That's as far as I've made it. Like as far as they've gone. It's very different.
Mhm.
It's very different. I mean, like very different. Like I almost couldn't watch it different. I mean, it's different. This is a different style of comic book, and it makes me wonder who who wrote it is what it makes me
Stan wrote
wonder.
it.
Do you
Stan
think
wrote
this was?
Moon
You
Knight,
think
I
Stan Lee
believe.
wrote this one?
I believe Stan wrote the original. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at some point and see who wrote this one because it reminded me a little of Deadpool, but then it went into this like crazy like twist. It's strange. I want this pop though, but I don't. I want this out of all the Moon Knight pops that I've seen.
Yeah.
Boxed Lunch is the only one that I want with that super killer glow that they have going on. I hope that that's what the glow really looks like in person, but we know how like their glow doesn't always like translate into the actual image, but fingers crossed it does. I can't wait to like see what this guy looks like
Let's
though.
see. So I was wrong quickly. Moon Knight was originally created by Doug Monich and Don Perlum. And the very first appearance of Moon Knight was in Werewolf by Night number 32. And there was actually a little caveat to that in the second episode when they were fighting that weird little werewolf guy in the streets. So there was kind of like an homage to the first appearance of Moon Knight in that episode.
I had a feeling that it was going to be something different, right? That this one was not written by Stan. I mean, it doesn't appear to be written by Stan. It's different in that aspect.
He does become a Avenger, more of a West Coast Avenger, but as well as a Defender throughout his time. So he is very popular within the Marvel universe per se, because everyone kind of liked the darkness of him and the mystery of him. To be honest with you,
I don't know. This is a different one for me. I'm going to continue watching it to the end to see how it turns out. But I had a feeling that it wasn't written by Stan. It just didn't feel like it was a Stan Lee character. I mean, it feels like it's a different kind of character. Not that that's a bad thing, right? I mean, it's a lot like watching The Mandalorian, right, or watching any of the Star Wars, where you could tell from one show to the next that it was a different director.
mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, you can look at it and be like, oh, that's not the same director. When you're watching it, you're like, this director hits a little different. This show hits a little different.
It's a little different, and you got to take it for how it is. Of course,
yes.
Moon Knight has always been very Egyptian themed and pulled into it. But this pop is hot. I don't care.
This pop's really hot. It's really hot. The show itself hits a little different, though. It hits a little different. Still pretty cool. It's interesting, but it's a little different from Marvel. I don't. Do you ever see him being in the multiverse?
Yes, he will be. He will be.
Really?
He'll become an Avenger.
So? Wow, I just don't know how they would put him in there.
Yeah, they'll bring Mark Spector in.
I mean, how? How do you bring that character in? That's one of those.
Come on, I love the Mr. Knight version of Moon Knight as well. Of course, that's more when Steven takes over. But I don't know. I love it. Jackie Robinson Day. This is if I find this, I will pick it up.
What is Jackie Robinson Day? It says that they'll be giving away a Jackie Robinson Chase variant pop. Like, follow, and comment. So if you want to get over to their Instagram and like, follow, and comment, they're gonna give one person. They're going to give one person out of the 5 million that get on there and do that. They're going to send you a free pop. I don't know. These pops right here are in Walmart. They haven't been selling. To be completely honest, it's going to be.
I
Jackie
just want
Robinson.
the bronze one, really.
Yeah, this one hasn't been selling. They've been at Walmart for a while now. It's just not selling. It's kind of cool looking, but I mean they haven't been selling.
No.
It will they? I mean, maybe once Jackie Robinson Day. I didn't even know it was a real thing. What did they make?
It's more of a baseball day type thing.
Yeah.
Real quick before we end, did they actually release Peeps?
I don't think so. I had to look at these a few different times. What?
There was sodas down lower that released that and those movie pops. I want those actually.
I don't know. So this one right here is going to be the Funko Shop exclusive. It's pretty cool. I don't think there's a chase variant. I think they're all clear, which doesn't surprise me that they did them that way. I don't know. Look, I'm having a hard time with the sodas lately. With
kind of weak. I mean, so some of them just seem to be really weak chases. You just put a gun in his hand.
Yes,
I think in the other Frodo Baggins, you just put a cape on him.
Yep,
or a hood on him. I mean, that's kind of weak.
Well, that's what Simon was saying earlier, that it's a combination between the numbers on the cans aren't exactly real versus the extremely weak chase variants. Like this one's just a metallic, and we both know from the last one I pulled, and I don't have it right here, the metallic's not that metallic. Yeah. I mean, it's not that big of a difference. They're pretty weak. They haven't been selling out that fast. I want to say that you could probably go get all of these right now still on Pop in the Box. I think that they have every one of those still up for sale. They did sell out on Entertainment Earth, but that's just because of the following on Entertainment Earth.
Yeah.
Do I hear the little one? I'm not.
Yes, the littlest one is down here.
Oh no! Hi.
It's almost bedtime.
Doing?
But I will say that where is it? Go down again. There's one there that I not a soda, but go down a little bit. Those. Take Me Out to the Movie. Come on. Who doesn't know that classic song from back in the day when you had the dancing soda cup and popcorn?
Hey, well, I don't remember that, but okay.
Oh, come on. That is classic. I need me some Take Me Out to the Movies. All right, so hit those two.
Hit us up with some Disney news. What's going on?
All right, let me pull that up
real
fast.
Remove this guy real quick.
Share. See, I'm not even on my game tonight. I didn't even
hit us up with
it. Right.
I'm ready to hear.
All right. So, of course, Guardians of the Galaxy has started ride testing with cast members recently, and I'm going to be getting an opportunity to go out tomorrow. I'll be actually out at Epcot tomorrow. I won't be able to film. They won't let me film or anything like that, but I will be actually riding the new Guardians of the Galaxy tomorrow afternoon, which will be pretty awesome. Also, there's a Disney Parks. Let me bring this back up real quick. There is a Disney Parks live special event live stream tomorrow. Don't know what it's about. Don't know what it's going to be on. But usually these are released pretty big news, so I'll be interested in checking that out. The new Rose Gold mini ears have released, and I believe these have released for 30. It's almost like a re-release. They did have a set of Rose Gold mini ears. Ones were $4. These are releasing for $29.99. Looks like they're going to be found at the World of Disney right now.
I'll paint you one Rose Gold.
If you guys were interested in doing the 2023 Disney World Marathon in January, you are out of luck because they are officially 100% sold out. These events, if you guys ever want to get into a Run Disney event, they typically sell out the day of, and even some faster than the day of. And
crazy,
these things are not cheap. It costs roughly close to $200 just to do the half marathon. And then if you do things like the Dopey Challenge, which is 4 races, it's a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon, and a full marathon. That's about $400 to $500 just to do the Dopey Challenge. And really, all you get after is a bunch of medals.
That is insanity.
There's another one I'd seen here. Oh, the new this if you again new merchandise. This is really cool. I've talked to you guys about new emos before, as they come in different characters and stuff like that. Originally, when I saw this, I thought it was going to be they're actually going to make a Mandalorian new emo. They're not, but of course, the big thing with new emos is the accessories, and they have a entire Mandalorian line of accessories. So if you want to dress your new emos up in Mandalorian gear, well, there they are. They usually run for less than $20. The new, and this is actually selling out kind of quick right now. To be honest with you, I'm not quite sure, but they have a new ice cream truck plush set available at Walt Disney World. These ones can be found over at the Emporium for $19.99. Of course, they've got a cupcake, a Mickey premium bar, and a Dole Whip on top. Or they come, I don't know if they come out of it or on top. I got to find one eventually to check it out. But if I do find one, I mean, that's a good price. You never know, that may end up in the Donut Life member giveaway each at the end of the month. Now, talking about turning red, there is a new set of turning red mini ears. Of course, these have the panda as well as May herself with a fuzzy bow on it. These are going for $29.99. But other than that, as far as normal park news, it's been fairly quiet. I'm hoping to see what comes up with the live tomorrow. They, of course, also Disney at Epcot and Animal Kingdom is going to have their on this Friday. It's going to have their Earth Day merchandise out, exclusive to the different parks. But other than that, just everybody getting ready for Guardians of the Galaxy, and for that to come out. Everyone's, I mean, that's a big one that does release to the public on May 27th. Now, if you are coming out here as a guest, I would recommend it, especially if you're coming the week before. Disney is known to do a lot of soft openings for guests the week before. So if you want to try to, you're only here the week before and not going to be here the release date, then that may be a good opportunity, but they never let you take pictures on soft openings. So just be aware of that. It's strictly going to be riding it only. But other than that, that's going to be the big one. It's going to be May 27th. I will not be out there because reservations are fully sold out already, unfortunately. But as soon as I can get you guys some pictures, I definitely will. Even if I got to eventually get out there and wait in a 5-hour line, I'll get it for you.
That just sounds like insanity. But we truly appreciate you going out there and getting pictures for us. Wish you were going to be getting video of that tomorrow, but we understand.
I would definitely love to start doing more park stuff, but being a local and how they're doing the reservation systems now, it's very hard. It's very difficult, nonetheless, to get reservations. So, I'd like to be in the parks a lot more to go film, but it has become much more challenging because, of course, they give the bigger allotment of reservations to Disney park or Disney resort guests, as well as people buying tickets right there at the windows. So we don't get a lot, and if we book, I got to book like a month out.
So check this out. What do you got going on next week? We know that you've been editing at your office now. So what do you got going on next week you want to talk about?
So this week I've got the new review going on. I plan on either Thursday or Friday. I'm going to go out to Disney Springs, see what new is going on out there. Maybe check out Gideon, see if they got to do some new merchandise. I did hear that they had gotten a new shipment of Golden Mickey pops, but I'm pretty sure those are got to be sold out by now. But you never know. So it's always about going and checking it out. So I'm going to try to go out there and film this weekend. And I know I've teased it before. We just haven't found a good time to be able to do it because of everything going on. But I kind of need a little setback. And, this weekend could be a good weekend. I'm not sure. It's either going to be this weekend or next weekend where we're going to go out and film one of my favorite locations out in Florida. One of my most relaxing and kind of what I like to call my happy place. So take you guys out there, show you guys and why I enjoy it and stuff like that. But other than that, there's going to be a lot more films coming up. I also have one in the works I'm writing up right now where I'm kind of going to do a quick video here in the studio where I tell you what the best way is to plan your Great Wolf Lodge vacation. So if you're planning to go to a Great Wolf Lodge with your family, some ways you can try to save money on your trip through different means before you get there. So
That sounds like
a
interesting
bunch of
too.
different little stuff. So other than that, that's pretty much all I got. What
Hey,
about you?
we appreciate you. Friday, I've got the 5 and below hunt, so make sure you check that out. Then after that, I've got just a ridiculous amount of chases that I've been picking up lately. So
Nice.
I have that video that's going to be coming out, and then I've decided that I'm just going to start giving these chases away on our lives. So you make sure you stick around for that because that's going to be coming up here really soon. A lot of fun stuff going on. Lots and lots of fun stuff going on.
Nice.
Guys, we appreciate all of y'all coming to hang out with us.
Don't forget to smash that like button as well as go ahead and hit that join button down below. Join Wayne's Burger Life. It's a good way to help support the channel as well as you build up that burger, and you eventually he's going to build up that membership even more to do even more at some point. But join that Burger Life. Help him out. Wayne needs a new camera.
It's a new camera. I promise one day that I'm gonna redo this outro, but until then, have a good one, guys.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Sometimes the easiest things to do take the longest amount of time to get done. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that, but before we get out of here real quick, guys, don't forget to go check our channel memberships out. These are both very new features to Mr. Techbot and myself, but we're both very proud that we have made it to this point. So go check out our memberships. The link should be down in the description below. If it's not down in the description below, you should be able to go to any one of our videos and it'll be down in the description below. So make sure you go check that out. It's super cool, fun way to get interactive with the channel. You'll get some really cool icons, some really cool emojis you can drop over in that super chat. You can drop over there in that chat so that you can flex on everybody a little bit. And don't forget that any and all super chats will go down in the description after this video is over. Give us 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes to get it down in there. I mean, we might not be able to do it right away. We've got to eat dinner and still hang out with our family, but we truly appreciate all of you guys, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Have a good one.